Okay, I said before we continue with today's class, which is the last day of the 10 days boot camp, there's a need for us to understand some concept that we introduced in day 9, that is our yesterday's class. And those concepts are tied around a CSS framework called Tailwind. Tailwind is a CSS framework that is mobile first. So we are just going to look at them and look at what Tailwind is about and try to grab as much things as we can so that we understand the code that we wrote yesterday and that we're going to continue writing today. So I made a little note on that. The key, I said here, the key to understanding Tailwind CSS is grasping its core concept, which is utility first framework. It is different from others like Bootstrap and the rest of them. So what do we mean by utility first? We mean that each class is mapped directly to a small fixed CSS property. So instead of creating a complete button, what you see in Tailwind are small classes that are built. You can see font, bold, P4, BG, blue, 500. So these are ways you can recognize Tailwind. Then secondly, composing interfaces in HTML. Now, Tailwind gives you the ability to do what you can liken to inner CSS or inline CSS, but it is also very powerful. Like this is a code for a button. And then it is also mobile first. It encourages a mobile first workflow. So you design from mobile, then you apply style for smallest screen, which is by default. That is the mobile first. And then use prefixes variant for larger breakpoints. So you see something like we did yesterday, mid text large. So when the screen is medium, the text should be large. This means that the text size will be large only on medium screen and up. The base text size without a prefix applies to all screens, especially mobile. So for instance, small is talking about whenever you see small and it's talking about screen in Tailwind, it is talking about a size of within the range of 640 pixels. And it's like you're doing a media CSS in this way on screen. Medium is within a size of 768, and large is within a size of 124. Then it's also another concept is variants for states. Like you have hover. So, and you change the background, you have first string applies to the ring shadow where the element is focused. So these are some of the things that we can see. Then customization of design. So Tailwind is highly customizable. You can customize the entire design. There is configuration file. Those are the things you can do with Tailwind. Then the examples that we did yesterday, you can also see them here. When it comes to display, you can see block, inline, flex, and grid. We use hidden. It's almost the same as saying display none. So you see how it is applied, the classes in Tailwind, some of the classes in Tailwind, and they are almost CSS equivalent. So I took time, you see W full or his screen, we are talking about 100% height, 100% width, and height 100 VH. So W minus 1, width 50%, W minus 1 over 4, 25%. So you need to understand this concept for you to be able to understand what Tailwind is all about. You have also seen mass mx up to. So when you say mx, you are saying margin left and margin right. When you also say my, you are talking about margin up and margin down. I think there's a place I wrote that. Let me just, okay, you see P and any value is talking about padding on all sides. Then P, M and any value talking about margin on all sides. Then you said PX, I've explained this. MY, margin Y as in that's top and bottom. PT, just top. ML, left, space X, that's horizontal space between empty negative value top and many others that I have here. Maybe I may drop this with you people. But I think that will give you an idea of what we want, what we are using, and how we intend to use it to achieve what we want. So on that note, we'll go back to our class and begin to finish up what we started, unless there's any question. Is there any question? If there's any question, you let me know. Is there any question? If you have a question, raise your hand. So Tailwind introduction is like an addendum, something that we needed to add for us to be able to move forward. It's a CSS framework. We have a lot of them. We have Bootstrap, which combines both CSS and JavaScript. We have a lot of them, but Tailwind is very, very good. Very, very good. So let's go to our project and finish it up. So see some of the things we were talking about: text large, text gray, 700. And there are some, let me also show you guys something. Okay, so if you see BG blue color, BG gray 100, you can use color from between, can use a number from between 50 to 90. Then for all the paddings and the margin, you can use a number between 0 and 96. I just needed to point that out. Use a number between 0 and 96. Okay. So let's go back to our code. This is where we stopped in our last class. And so we are going to continue from there. So
Sir, your mic is muted. You're muted. Stop. I'm not hearing you.
Okay, thank you for that prompt reminder. You can hear me now, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. Let's move on. Mission and value. There are many sections in that work. So we just add one more section so that we can continue what we're doing. So in that section, we're going to have a class that is the padding for top and bottom. We want to make it 16. That's UI. When it is a medium screen, we want the padding to be 20. But generally, the background should be white. And inside it, we'll have a class, a div with a class of container. Imagine left and right auto. The padding left and right for. Then we have the H2 with the class of section, title, the text of 3XL, small screen, the text for small screen, the text is 4XL, font, extra bold, text, align center, review. I'm going to do a little transition. That's why we're adding this review. So what drives us? And under that, we'll have a div with a class card. Okay, let's do grid first. Grid for so when this medium, let's say 3, normal, it should be 1. When it is medium, we take it to 3 columns, and the gap, the 8. Now inside it, we have a div of which we are going to have class card, review elements, delay 400. Then we are going to have another div class icon text blue 600 margin button 4. Okay. I don't have an icon to put there for now, so let's just put something like that there for now. Then we continue. Later, we can come to put an icon. Don't want the video to be too long, so we can put innovation. Have the key. We challenge the status quo. So we have so many cards inside. Let me put another card. This time around, put another icon. Integrity. We operate with transparency. We operate with transparency. Let's add one more card. Then we'll close this session. Collaboration. Best solution. You together. Okay. So I think we have um, enough things to work with. So you see how they are in the mobile view. Then you see that these things that the last we just did is this. These things that are showing as 3 columns, as we said in mobile, when you change the screen size, as one column in mobile, when you change the screen size, they become three columns. So that is the power of Tailwind. Is simple and straightforward, and it can give you a lot. What we are going to do is to add a little CSS and do some other stuff, and then in the CSS part. We will not finish all the divs, but we will try to explain all the concepts that are involved in the sample that we have, which is this sample. So we can see that we have created them. These are two columns. Our stories have two columns here, which you can do from what I just did now. Okay, so this is a very simple and straightforward design. What we need to do is to make sure that our media, this button is working well, and that's part of the things we are going to. And then this review, I'll teach you how to do it, and then we end the class and take other instructions. We'll move to style. In style, we'll first of all take the body. Since we are doing Tailwind already, there's no point doing the usual reset. So we'll go straight to body. Let's say font family. Do font family. Let's use the first one. Then background color. F7, F9, then FD. Okay, so we move to the next one. The sections, if you look at this one, they have underline. They have underline. Story is supposed to have underline. I don't know why this one doesn't have it. It's not showing it now, but it's supposed to have underline. So let's see if we can add that. Dot section, we have a place we call section. This section title. That's the one we want to style now. Section title. Position. Military. Display. Inline block. Session title. After. Content. Position. Absolutely. Left. From. Width. Height. Background. Color. Can use 3D, 2, F E, the blue. The border, let's add radius. Let's look at what we have achieved so far. Here, we have a little underline. It's yes, sections now have a little underline. So another class that we need to work on is review. Let me get it. Review element. Opacity. Zero. Transform. Transform. Translate. Wide. 20 pixels. Transition. Opacity. 0.6 second is out. Transform. 0.6 second is out. So review elements of is underscore visible. Opacity equals to 1. Transform. Translate. Okay. We want the each of them to be revealing something like this. So that's what we want to achieve here. So let's see whether we have been able to achieve that. Let me refresh. Okay. Oh, okay. Let's finish the delay 100. Let's finish the transform code. Delay 100 transition. Transition delay 0.1 second. So to get this, just delete 200, 0.2 seconds, delete 300, 0.3 seconds, delete 400, 0.4 seconds. Yeah. Okay. Then let's work on the cards. We did only cards, so we're going to stop with cards. So let's work on the cards. For the card, for the styling of the card, do dot card background do something a bit reasonable. F9, F8, F3. Let's add padding. For the radius. Study. Zero 10, picture, picture, how do we do it? This one. Okay, 5 seconds. E. The last but not the least on this, to the point that we want to cover in this project, over, transform, translate wide, plus 5 pixels. Box shadow, 0 in pixel, in pixel, plus 5 pixel, RGB. Zero point 0.1. At 0.05, yeah, that's one. Okay, so we're done with styling. The remaining styling that we're doing here are the ones that we didn't cover to the Tailwind. Now, what's remaining is our JavaScript. Okay? So we start with the button at the top that pushes down the main content. So we start with constant menu button. Document but get element by ID. What is the first ID that we have here in our menu? Mobile menu button. That constant. Now we are trying to capture all the things that we're going to work with. Document dot get elements by ID. Next one is mobile and constant open icon. First the document dot get elements by ID. Menu icon open. Constant close icon document just get element by ID menu icon close. See all these things in the HTML. Then menu button add event listening. When clicked, use an arrow function constant but is hidden. First to mobile menu dot class is dot contain if is hidden. If is hidden, then content. If is hidden, okay, let's start with mobile. Mobile menu dot class class list dot add. No, I remove him. So I remove behavior. Then content of class list of add empty of the empty part open icon of class list add agent. Close icon of class list dot remove agent. Okay, now to add reset the menu and the size of depth. Windows dot add event wisdom the size. So if window of inner is greater than or equal to 768, mobile menu dot class list add mobile menu dot content menu dot movie. Going to also remove this one. I'm going to add this one. So let's check if our JavaScript has been linked to our main page. This is it. Our JavaScript still not have the link, so let's do that. It has a source. We said that the source is in. Source is in script. This document.js. Let's look at menu together again. Let's look at it together. Almost done. You need to show us exactly what we want. So let's finish the review part. We'll come back to the button. Part where the scrolling coming. Part we're going to check now. Constant review element. First, the document of query select Selector all. Reveal element. And there's another constant of observer. New intersection observer. Entry. Entry for each. Entry if entry dot is intersecting entry target class is add this observer dot on of entry dot fiber. So from here, add a comma, threshold, 0.1. 0 element of the fish. The observer. Observe. Let's look at areas that may be giving us issues and see how can we align them. The body, our family, and we have position, section, type, position, relative, and A-line block. Section, title, after, have content, position, left, 8 plus 8, 50, 50, width of 50%, let's use percent. I don't know why I always make this mistake. The height of 4 pixels. Let's check what we have. Okay. There is the element, opacity, transform, there is translate Y, 20 pixel, transition, opacity 0.6 is out, transform 0.6 is out. The view element is visible. The view element is visible. Opacity 1, translate 0. So it's supposed to One, what our cards. Each of the cards has that the element. Each that knows the letters. Let's go over to JavaScript. Let's see what is the problem. Okay? So we have to first of all look at our buttons that we're going to work with. So got all of them. Make sure that we have all of them to work with. So the menu button dot click. If we added event listener, we say that if it is click, mobile menu dot class dot contains hidden. If it's hidden, remove hidden, add empty title, add hidden, and remove hidden to the open icon and remove hidden from close icon. And here we have set it to behave in this manner. And we say if it is hidden, this is what you should do. Since we need to add something, else. So that we change else, add it, remove, remove, add. After that, we reset the window based on the size that we have. So created a variable constant, the constant, the v element, query selector or but review element, the observer, the section observer entry. Entries dot for each entry dot is intersecting. Target entry dot target dot classes dot add is visible. Is visible. So observer that's unobserved. Entry dot target. There is a threshold of 0.1. To give elements dot for each EL server dot observe EL. Let's take a look at our HTML there for the something that typed wrongly that we are dealing with. Brown, white, shadows, sticky, top, and we have container. It's it's fused it. Let's side between icons and H text 2x font both text with 900. Over text blue is on the transition. Now using text blue is on the over text blue is on the font medium. Then the mobile button, let's also look at that. Button I, the mobile menu button. Okay. So we also have the ring blue focus, ring blue 300. Then we have the SVG ID menu icon open A6 W6 field none blue box 002424 current color as the stroke. Then for path, we have stroke line cap, round, stroke line draw, round, stroke width, 2, M4, 681, 627. Okay. I'm looking at also have an issue here too. So I'm looking at all of them. SBG, sorry, close, zero, zero, 424, round, round, 2, M6, 8, L1, 8, 6, M6, 6, L1, 2, 1, 3. Mobile menu. Video. Yes. Block, deep expert, UI, test, several of the mobile, video, it's rounded, and So you look at main content, transition or duration 500. The text, white text center, shadow, large. So I think everything is okay, but it's as if um, our this thing is yet to CSS is hiding it, which is not supposed to be. Let's remove here first. Okay, so we have our solution. What we want to do is to make this place to be reviewed when they are visible. So that was what we try to do here, but is this is visible seem not to be working because um, our target class list. Okay, this is working already. That's the other one. No, okay. The button is click. So remove the mobile menu. Remove add and margin stop. Start it to make content. To add, we open. We remove. We add it into it, and then we remove it in transition. So is this class list that similar to the one? Okay. If you observe anything that we didn't type correctly, please let me know. The observer. Okay. Observer. So that we wrote that is not correct. It's visible. It's visible. Let's check whether it's there for the okay. Leave the problem there. It's visible. Um, so let's see if it's visible. Yeah? We keep correcting it until we get to what we're looking for. So this review element is wrong. Let me get the correct one. Review element. Okay? Okay? Okay. Okay. So we are back now. You can see that it is spelling um, error. That's why sometimes I like, if I've written something somewhere, I like to just copy it and use it. So we are back. If you refresh, you see that um, pages can add many other things that you want to add, whether on Dover and all that. So that's basically the next thing is this this once we are here, the up part is supposed to go. The up part is, if I click on this one is not supposed to show. The X is not supposed to show. It's only when it's open like this that the S will show. So let's also check why it is that way. Um, to add event listener or class list, yeah. Mobile menu, the class list. Let me just confirm something. Form. If I want to confirm where we have used that before. Okay. Okay. Let's see what we can uh, bring out from this one. Class list dot contain. Let's troubleshoot what this list is giving us. Console dot log hidden. Yes, we should not be used in production. Okay. That's the only error that we're having. So it's not showing properly not giving us whether it is not showing us if it is hidden or not. Um, okay, let's click on the button. Let's click on the button. Um, the main content is not defined. Main content is not defined. Maybe that's one of our problems. So let's look for where is it? Okay, main content is not defined. 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 Main.js line 11 and 11. Line 11. Let's look at it together. Okay. Let's now define main content. Constant main content equals to document get element by ID. Main content. We need to short of what we are typing. Yes. So ID main content. Okay. So this time around, when we refresh, okay, okay, we can go back and remove it. Okay. Um, one has to go out. So what do we do for one to go out? This should be hidden from the start. So let's go and look at this here. The close button. The close button menu. These are menus. I think this should be hidden. This is the close. To be hidden. The close to be hidden, and check again. Okay. Oh, sorry, not an ID. Where I'm supposed to add it. Let me refresh again. That's gone out now. So, okay. So we have been able to achieve that. Please take note of this warning also. that says CDN Tailwind CSS.com should not be used in production. Use CSS Tailwind CSS. You need to install it as a post CSS plugin. I'll use the Tailwind CLI. So you can look through the documentation to know more about that. So have it. I hope you guys are seeing the little effects that are showing here. Breakthrough, you want to ask a question? Sorry, I didn't see your hand on time. You want to ask a question? Ask your question. Okay, if there's no question, she's not here. If there's no question, we'll end this section here. We'll end this section here, but let me just, please, George, your question, please.
So
Please,
please,
George, your question.
yeah, can you hear me now?
Just raise
Can
your
you hear
voice
me?
a little.
Can
Yes,
you
I
hear me
can hear
now?
you.
Okay, this question is actually like about the defense. Like, what kind of thing are we expected to know, like in detail?
You
Is
said?
it that like in the defense? Today is the last day, so I'm asking in the defense.
No, let's focus on this class first. Do we have a question so that we can end it and we will have time to discuss about the defense? What I'm
Okay,
asking is,
okay,
do we have a question about this, what we have just done?
okay. No, no, I understood what we did.
Okay, so what's your take about the whole program? Did you learn something new? Did you add something to your knowledge?
Yeah, actually, I've like before now, I've been like a web developer actually. So,
Okay.
but working through the process, it was fun. And some of the things, like I've been using Tailwind CSS, but some of the things that was confusing me, I just figured it out like now that we started
Okay.
using it.
Okay, that's a good one. So,
Yeah.
Dabirichi, your hand is still on. Ask your question before we move into reports and logbook issue. Okay, so for now, I'm going to stop the recording so that the video will not be too long.